if you think about how our foot is positioned in most of the shoes out there, the heel is twice as high as the forefoot, the toes are up in the air, and the toes are pinched together.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally in that configuration, the tendency for the foot is to roll inward or to pronate. What I think having a proper great toe position does, in keeping with having the toes flat and in keeping with having the heel down, is when the great toe is reapproximated, somehow it has a supinatory influence on these joints.
Yeah, you can actually, when you moved that out, you could see the space closing laterally all along through the bottom of that. Just naturally put those bones right into the structure they're supposed to have.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the sesamoids are on either side of flexor hallucis longus. So when the great toe is over here, the sesamoids are over in the inner space, and when the great toe is over here, the sesamoids are where they're supposed to be. They've got their own little grooves.
And again, sesamoid means floating bone.
Does,
when you're looking at a skeletal model like this, they always show them fixed, but these two little blue dots are actually mobile bones that will float depending on where that flexor tendon goes.
Exactly. This is what we see when we look at a X-ray of the foot top to bottom. So essentially what we're trying to do is, by getting the great toe over, bringing the hallux around, brings those sesamoids back in under. And a lot of the times people get bunion pain not just because they're rubbing over here in their shoe, they get it underneath because that cartilage is getting eroded.
That's essentially a tripod between those two dots and the tip of the toe.
Right.
And so if that tripod gets out of alignment and it starts rolling, then people are constantly falling off that front side.
That's brilliant, Aaron. If the tibial sesamoid, which is supposed to be here, is actually on the crista or where the lateral one should be, you're absolutely right. That first met's gonna evert. Pronate appears to be a multi-segmental collapse based on that toe being in the wrong position. You can see how the sesamoids are now where they're supposed to be. And this is the correct toes appliance here. Notice that the phalanges are lined up with the metatarsals, like they're supposed to be. Notice the flaring as opposed to the straight or the tapered. So
and you can see how that sesamoid is right under that most important weight-bearing point.
Yeah, exactly.